And we're all present, Wendy, except for Ed Myers, who's on vacation.
Okay.
And let's say the Pledge of Allegiance. Salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Discussion and vote to approve or not approve the minutes for the previous meetings. The regular meeting and the special meeting.
I move to approve minutes for May 11 and May 26.
Second.
Any discussion?
It's not a special meeting.
Abstain.
I look at that.
You can approve the minutes if you are yours.
Ms. Walker? Ms. Kaufman? Ms. Nemo?
Aye.
And I. Discussion and vote to approve or not approve the monthly financial reports.
Good evening. The month of May was very good for Tahlequah Public Schools. We collected $3,538,071.31. And we collected $12,434.98 in the building fund. Co-op fund is back with the deposits from last month. That didn't get recorded until May. We actually received some money on the day of our bond sale. The bank, for the first time ever, wanted to do a percentage pre-wire. I guess just to make sure that the transfer would go through smoothly, as our next payment will be due July 1. Sinking fund collected $59,242.04. Cash balance in the general fund, page 1, $6,530,868.99. Building fund, $875,405.40. Even with collections, co-op is in the hole again, $4,364.55. That will go down after payrolls are run for the month of June, but then general fund cuts a check to co-op fund to make it balance out. As I said, bond fund, the cash balance there is $51,200. Sinking fund is $2,659,089.83. Payroll expenditures, $3,333,142.27. Accounts payable, $747,207.71. Any questions? Activity account, cash in the bank, May 31st, $607,951.11. CDs, $257,390.32. for a total of $865,341.43. We are asking for you to close down some accounts that we are not using and approve some other categories of the activity accounts. We're also going to ask for your approval on the supplemental that I just handed to you. The supplemental amount, please include the dollar amount in the motion. It is $4,294,092.88. Any questions? Dana?
Good evening. There were 14 service days during May. We served 15,412 breakfasts, 26,272 lunches, and 4,876 supper meals during the month of May. During the regular 2020-2021 school year, we served a total of 150,093 breakfasts, 245,994 lunches, and 56,461 supper meals. All meals were served free of charge due to the COVID-19 waivers allowed by the USDA. On June 1st, we began our summer feeding program, which also allows us to feed children 18 and under all free meals. We served an average of 993 breakfasts, 1,088 lunches per day since June 1st. Our summer meal program will run through July 29th. Any questions about those numbers, that stuff? The USDA has also announced we will be able to continue to serve free meals to students through the end of the 21-22 school year. That's hard to say, 21-22. Crazy. It is unclear at this time whether or not it will be for students that attend TPS only, or whether we'll be able to continue to feed all children 18 and under. We don't know that yet. They haven't given guidance on that yet. Although TPS students will receive free meals next school year, we are at this time, until the USDA provides guidance otherwise, we will still be required to collect free and reduced applications from our district families, just like we normally would. The new applications will arrive at our office toward the end of July, and we'll disperse them shortly after that. You're not allowed to fill out applications for the new school year until after July 1st. They don't approve. USDA usually doesn't release them until the end of July, so we'll have them around the 1st of August to fill out. Are there any questions about that?
It's great news.
It is great news. Yes, it's very much needed and very much appreciated. I think USDA heard from a lot of people, so good news for our families for sure.
Summer, are we still at the same locations?
Well, it's confusing this year, but yes, at Cherokee, Garden Walk, and Fox, you can drive through Cherokee and pick up, and we deliver to Garden Walk and Fox every Thursday. And we give them 5 breakfasts and 5 lunches all at the same time on Thursdays. Or if you wanted to go daily, you could go to Greenwood for the month. This is for the month of June only. Greenwood, Sequoia, or Middle School, because that's where they're doing the summer schools. But anybody off the street can come in and eat too, if they wanted to go there and eat daily. During the month of July, we will only be doing Cherokee, curbside delivery, Garden Walk, and Fox on Thursdays, the 5 meals. That's all we'll be doing in July because summer school is over. The times will be the same. We'll go to the same places. Try to keep the confusion down.
When does that end, Dana? July 1.
July 29th, the last Thursday of July is the last day we'll do it.
Okay.
Any other questions? Good job. All right, child nutrition, we rock and roll.
All right. Okay, I need a motion, and with that motion, I need you to put that amount that Diane talked
The
about.
amount will be item B.
No, that'll be on that.
Oh, okay. All right, never mind, I just need a motion to approve all of this plus the closures. Any discussion? Ms. Nemo?
Aye.
Ms. Kaufman? Aye. Ms. Walker? And aye. Oh, I don't want to read that number. Okay, good.
I move to approve the general fund supplemental in the amount $4,294,092.88.
Thank you, Ms. Neiman. Do I have a second? Is there any discussion on this item? Ms. Walker, Ms. Kaufman, Ms. Neiman.
Aye.
And I. E, presentation by Corbus Jarvis of District General Liability Insurance and Workers' Compensation Insurance.
It's gonna be more of the explanation / apology. Hope they're doing that.
Yes.
I gave everybody some rocks to throw.
He brought the swag. No swag. No swag. No swag.
Why is this voting so far back? I feel like I'm young.
You can stand as close as you like.
That's one if I turn my back on. As once again, we're recommending posting for property and casualty insurance, it's all lines. Buildings, contents, vehicles, on buses, liability, for legal liability, cyber liability. But this year I am going to 31%. It is all property insurance. It's going up. Massively. OSIG, the group has had over 186 million in losses since 2015. 146 of it was on the backside of the insurance. The insurance had all the things. They also took on a larger debt on themselves. Therefore, they need to set some money back. Cost of insurance. I do want to point out, we have help of public school insured at 20 days. It's the equivalent of you having a home insured for $100,000 to $200,000. These insurance coverage. We could go out on the open market outside of those. Best we can find is 38 cents rate. For 3% of 120 million.
So it's 28, say that again about.
It's 28 cents per $100 with the coverage on the building. The problem, guys, is we just had a whole lot of buildings and contents. The largest building ever. We did increase our coverage limit up some. A rising cost of construction as well. Trying to keep it. The rest of our coverages are vehicles. The average $421 per vehicle. That's providing $1 million. Some of our buses are. Did bring you an option. We currently have $25,000 deductible on all. Option $50,000 deductible per occurrence. It saves us $33,000 to jump to that deductible. How strongly you guys feel about that? But in essence, they're giving us one claim, more than claims with savings. As far as
For the year.
yeah. And it is a deductible per occurrence, so if you have SIG is trying to have our school districts a little more simple. Very encouraging to hire that as well.
Let's go. All we're deductible to
50,000. And that is just the property and contents. These are deductibles for car, liability deductibles. Deductibles for liability for auto, the regular $60,000.
We paid 25,000 check tax where it got flooded. Do you remember that?
I mean, basically on the $25,000, we're looking at about a little less than $100,000 increase. 50,000 more. $50,000 increase. So like you said, I mean, save money, nice a little bit that we have no more than one claim. It is, it is.
With as many buildings as we have. I personally would say. Well, I think in the long run.
I'm fine with that. Initially, I was kind of looking at the 50,000.
Well, and my explanation on that was, we're basically paying $33,000 more for 25,000 coverage. The difference, we're actually spending $33,000. The potential to save 25. And again, if we do have multiple occurrences, then it could be more. I'm fine with a lot of school boards that we have state with the lower deductibles. And I think it's more of a security issue as far as not busting your budget. You know, what you have in time with that.
And we do, I mean, as you mentioned, this being the largest building hopefully in town, we have a lot of exposure all across. So there is potential to happen throughout the year. So
And guys, I might have to stand in front of you one of these days and say, hey, 50,000, it's all right. There is that potential if we continue to have adverse losses. Quite frankly, if it's below a certain amount, you guys can repair stuff less expensive. By the time we hire an adjuster, do our due diligence on that. Part-time contract. That's kind of what the situation. And that's why they are. To an extent.
Are my smaller years under 1,000?
during my time, we had a lot of, I can't think of any, you think of any, other than the water leak? Last 3 or 4 years.
Did we end up having a claim on that?
We did.
But I think we were under.
Oh, we were close on that.
We were close, but still under.
So, I mean, we don't, it's not a common occurrence until it is, it's one of those things.
And insurance is here for those devastating losses. They wouldn't work. Which in a position where couldn't. This is what I'm not trying to sway you either way.
I know.
Giving you my viewpoint of it. But like I said, I am finding a lot of schools. We don't work with them out of their budget. Maybe otherwise.
2 losses. Covered.
It would exceed the savings.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I simply wanted to bring that up.
And we appreciate
Because
that.
I, I'm right, but I'm just. So, I do with my own
I don't think there's a wrong answer.
personal insurance stuff like.
There's no wrong answer. There's just. Questions on the property, the casualty lines, scenarios that keep you awake at night. I know you guys.
I have a quick question. I know when we have the weather and all of that, if it is one tornado, one hailstorm, even if it affects multiple properties, that's still all one event, right? One deductible, one claim.
And it's actually a 72-hour occurrence.
Oh,
So if we have multiple storms run through, we got damage on one building, 24 hours later, we've got damage on another building.
okay. It makes it, you know, we've had one in the time that I've been here, and the possibility of having 2 in a year seems fairly unlikely. Again, it's one of the guys gets insurance, that's not gonna get it, but for that reason, you know, it does save us a larger one. I don't have strong feelings either way.
Question, concern?
That's for either one, but I can, he's health card, after what he said.
One claim.
One claim.
Is it any damage, so would it even cover, you know, intentional,
Sure.
vandalism?
Thank you.
Moving on to the lower lines of work comp, we're actually saving. We're recommending staying with OSAC on workers' comp this year as well. They're given a $20,000 hit for the losses. Premium last year was $109,115. I think our payroll even increased some this year, and we're at $99,610.
People get hurt a lot less when they're working from home.
I'm not saying that's the case, but yeah. Questions on any of that? I think I just need a motion.
Yeah. I mean, just listening to everything. Save us money, we know that for sure.
Yeah.
We're thinking about what would happen if we have multiple occurrences, so trying to balance that out. I mean, I'm comfortable going for a bigger deductible.
Tell me again what it saves.
33. Remind me.
Next one, that's $662.
So I mean, if we go through the year, other than that, then we were smart, we did the right thing, if we have 2 things, then we should have went the other way, so, I mean,
There are no guarantees.
yeah, it'll be revisionist either way, so.
Yes,
I
3 losses.
think right now, the only thing that we can't control is that's the same.
We have to have 3 before it costs us additional pay, right? The second one's all that give me if we go at the
Well, it's a second,
higher price.
depends on the loss, of course, but yeah.
Right. We have to have almost, we have to have 3 events where they fall each and see if the 5,000 before we spend more than if we didn't take the larger deductible, lower premium.
If everybody's comfortable with.
Yeah,
higher
if
premium,
that's the
I'll recommend
recommendation.
that. Have a motion.
You wanna roll? Let you roll those dice.
Sounds good.
We'll go with it.
I'll move to approve the general liability insurance with a $50,000 deductible and the workers' comp as presented. I'll second that.
Any other questions or discussion? Ms. Nemo?
Aye.
Ms. Kaufman? Aye. Ms. Walker? Aye. And aye. No, Brenda Hammer.
Oh, no, clerk,
Raise your
that's right.
hand.
No, I'm not.
Okay, item F, discussion and vote to approve or not approve Diane Adamson as the authorized signature on federal claims for TPS for 2022 school year.
There'll be several of these tonight. Just annually, we approve the signers and receiving agents and sign for the category. So this is the first one of that to put Diane for a federal claim.
Good to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Ms. Walker? Ms. Hoffman?
Aye.
Ms. Nemo?
Aye.
And I. Superintendent's report.
A few things. Number one, you each have a copy of this. Return to learn plan. We talked about the ESSER money the government is providing to schools. The first couple rounds didn't have a do, they just had strings on the money on. With this one, we're one more strings attached, and with $8 million, we expect that to happen. That's a lot of money. One of the initial strings that just we have to have this plan put in place called Return to Learn. I'm not going to read it all to you tonight. Mr. Jones just put this on the website, I believe, today. You have to have it out for a certain amount of time for public comment. Just comment if they don't like something to read on it. Doesn't mean we have to change it, but we'll take that into consideration and go from there. So this will be out there for a while, and then we don't have to have it officially board approved, but I still want you to see it. If you have any questions or concerns, we can discuss that again next month. And then every 6 months, we update it, keep it posted on our website throughout the year. Also, by the August 29th, we'll have to have our spending plan posted that coordinates with the amount that we're getting. We actually just put some of the final items in today, our budget. I think we're pretty much where we need to be. Next month, I'll have a copy of that to give you guys as well before it's posted, so you can see those things and we can have that discussion as well. But again, I just wanted you to have a copy of this. I mean, it's very in-depth, Ms. Jones, and a lot of other people put a lot of work into this. So we do appreciate that. If you check that out, just let me know. We'll go from there. The other thing, summer school, just kind of a brief number report. Pre-K, we have 56 kiddos enrolled for summer school this June. K through 5, 190 enrolled in that program. And in middle school, we have 98. So we have a nice little chunk of kids that are serving in the summertime. And that will go through the month of June, of course. The last thing I was just going to mention, I hope to have some of the numbers ready tonight. A lot of the people with architecture and construction have been on vacation. So we're almost there, but we don't have it ready yet for me to present to you. It's kind of a reminder, the past before COVID, we had a pretty solid plan where we wanted to go with potential bond. Kind of put that off just because there will be a small tax increase with it during the climate we were in. Just kind of thought probably the best way to go back and get all that. I think we're to the point where we can bring that back up. Vote. Probably the earliest I would like to do that, and we can discuss this next month, not set in stone, but October, we can do a bond election. Decide to go through. And again, just kind of refresh your memory. We try to hit as many things within the district as we could. Obviously, as big as we are, we can't hit everything with something big. But the two main renovation sites will be Greenwood and Cherokee. And Greenwood, we're adding special education classrooms and music classroom, kind of redoing the front entrance and parking lot areas out front, putting new intercoms, putting a new fire alarm system throughout the building, mechanical upgrades, and then also classroom and hallway renovations, old panels throughout the school, just kind of making it look new inside and out. Cherokee, we plan to convert the old cafeteria to a new media center, and also a nurse's office center in there. Some restroom renovations throughout, improvements to the parking lots, some intercom system, fire alarm and suppression system in Cherokee. Replacing the roofs at Sequoia in the middle school. Plans for an indoor athletic facility by the baseball, softball complex, turf, on the tracks here. And the big ticket thing that we looked at was the new ninth grade center purchased. So we were, depending on how we packaged it, then it will be within between $30 and $40 million. I think we could still keep it in that ballpark. We just have to shave a few things here there to cost. Of course, it's not going to get built in a year, so that will be spread out over a while. So I don't think that will have as big as an impact. But when they get those numbers to me, we'll present those next month. If we want to, we can decide on the bond package next month. We can decide on a date. I can present those next month and we can talk about them some more. We can put them out for some public conversations if we'd like to go that route again. We don't have to do it next month, but next month I'll have those numbers. I'll have option to go forward at that time, or we can take another route and discuss more and go from there. Our current bond for Heritage will pay off in September of 22. We're 1 year out for having books. Kind of in my mind, two-strike kind of deal. We go big on the first one. If it does not succeed or the tax increase, and we can kind of reevaluate because September 22, our bonding capacity is around $11 million. So what that means is in September or anytime between then and then, we could bond for about $11 million and not raise taxes. Obviously, we can't do as many projects, so we have to pare down quite a bit on what we're doing. So I mean, there are two options if the tax increase is not received well. It's my hope that small increase probably will be what the many things will be getting the bang for a buck. I'm hoping that won't be a big issue. And again, it's always good to have a backup plan. So that's kind of where we're at on the bond planning. You know, I should have it before the. So if I can give it to you a couple weeks before, I'll send that, just so you can see the numbers. I'll kind of, I'm thinking about, I'll give you some of the dates that I'm thinking about. I'll have exact numbers on what the tax increase will be on the package, so you guys will know that ahead of time. And start a conversation.
That, the tax increase in the voters, those are people in the school districts, correct? In the voters.
Those dates that you're thinking about, are there elections already set for those days?
No, and purposely, we will have to pay a little bit more to do a special election. But at the same time, if this is the only thing that people are going out and voting for, I think that may be a good plan for us to do that. Because you may be there to vote for something else and decide to vote no just for the heck of it, you don't really care, but you have to actually go just to vote for the school board. So it would be my hope that we get the.
Typically held in special elections. That's
Usually.
generally what school districts do. It's also just question.
Do we have to have a percentage? I mean,
60.
60%.
okay.
It's not a lot for a special election. It's $1,000.
Oh,
10,000.
it's what?
It would be around, once everything's wrapped up, all the fees. And I'm not calling here, so, but I'm just, my guess will be around that, so.
Okay.
And I'll have those numbers for you as well, so. That's pretty much what I have on that, and that's my superintendent's report. Any questions?
Thank you. Do we have any public to be heard? Discussion and vote to approve or not approve moving activity account funds to Bank of Cherokee County.
I'll give an overview of this and questions. You know, we mentioned last month, it's been several months ago. One of the things that the State Department wants us to do is kind of take I think they call it a risk assessment. District. And so that's one of the things they want districts to start doing. So we went out and requested RFPs from banks within the county. Obviously, don't want to go out of town. For our, you know, our money is kept in two areas. All of our general fund and building fund is kept at Bank First. That's the vast majority of our money. 5, 6, 7% of it probably have been that. On the activity accounts, this is money that comes from fundraisers. It's a very small portion. So as far as our activity accounts, the worrying about savings rates, CDs and all those things, it's not really something that we're focusing on. Mainly focusing on customer service, the ability to have online banking, which is something that our ladies in the finance department haven't been able to do currently, to do those bills and stuff online. We're switching to allow our patrons the ability to use a credit card this year to pay for fundraisers and things like that. So we make them compatible, allowing us to do that. Little things like that. So we sent out to the banks, our current auditor is First State Bank. They did not submit an RFP back, so we don't really have an option other than to switch. We didn't get didn't submit one back to us. We did have a committee put together, a couple office managers, myself, Diane, Sabrina, and Mr. Cloud. A lot of the activity accounts. We looked at all of the proposals that we had. We had no bad proposals. All the banks pretty much checked every box that we asked for. So it's just a matter of choosing which one we want to go to. One that we kind of disqualified was Bank First, not because of anything bad. It's not a very good practice, and the State Department kind of discouraged you from keeping both pots of money in the same bank. So we didn't want to cross that line, and I'm sure they would rather have our general fund than our activity fund. So I'm sure it doesn't hurt their feelings too much either. So again, like I said, they checked all the boxes, so there's really no one outstanding thing that we look for. I did call the superintendents within the county and see how many people use the different banks. And a lot of the different schools do actually use Bank of Cherokee County. And they're all very complimentary. I get a bad thing on anybody that they're all good to work with. A lot of them have their general funds there, so run along with them. Also, First State Bank also had an athletic sponsorship contract with the school. Bank of Cherokee County has offered to match that, so they wouldn't be losing anything if they go to First State Bank. So basically where we're at right now, for everything that we looked at, again, there was no bad proposals. We just kind of had to land on one that we felt most comfortable with, and the group did decide that we'd like to move to the Bank of Cherokee County. We appreciate our time with First State Bank. It's just kind of one of those things. We can only choose out of the banks who sent us a proposal. So this chose, and we ask you tonight to activity accounts there. If you have any questions, answer those as well.
They're really practical questions. The on branch they have one out there, south of town, do they have it?
In town, that's they have Holbert Park.
There's a Plaza branch that's just near where the men's Italiqua used to be. Across the
Or
street
Harbor
from
Freight, by Harbor.
Yeah.
It's called Hardee's.
Oh,
Yeah, by the
On the drive-in corner.
Okay, I didn't know.
And so, I mean, I know our office manager, we're excited about that.
That was my question, like, is
Trying to,
it practical to drive
Well,
south of town every day with?
Oh, no,
Right.
yeah, that's,
right,
Depositing cash or whatever.
having that deal in mind. But I do also want to add, we received proposals from Bank First, Bank of Cherokee County, Arvest, and Armstrong. We currently have our P-card, which is our credit card through Arvest. And Kevin Dudley, our treasurer, uses one of the Armstrong sweep accounts. And so we're kind of spreading the wealth even more diversified than what Mr. Ashlock shared already. It's not like direct deposits, but it does get swept through Armstrong. It has a much higher interest rate than even the other banks are offering. So our risk assessment right now looks really good because we are literally using almost every bank in the area specifically, and we're spreading the money out so that there's, the tree has a lot more branches that way.
Let me say, as a parent and a community supporter, the ability to use a credit card to pay for things is.
We are
going to be a
very
game
excited
changer.
about that.
Yeah, so the first things when I got on the school board, and some parents from state of senior, they're like, can you guys do credit card payment?
We're gonna be able to support that both with on-site devices. So when you go to a football game, if you want to use your debit card or your credit card, as well as online portals. So it'll look like a little bit like a cash register or an app selection. Which school at Greenwood do you want to buy? T-shirt, my first grader wants one and my third grader wants one. You can do all of that in one.
That's really
One
good.
line.
That's cash or check.
Exactly.
Do we have any money, Diane, at First State Bank now?
Yes, and it will remain open for another full year because our payments are valid for 1 year from the date that it's issued. So we will have to maintain a minimal balance there, and we'll know what that is by the end of June. So we'll be able to set that aside and leave that there because for some reason, some people just don't cash or deposit their checks when we send them out. Shocker. But so then after that, we can finally either close it. We have had CDs there before, so I mean, that's always another option. We're gonna be looking at a lot of those. Some of the services that they wanna offer are the thing we transferred to earlier in the school year. We went to a jumbo CD at TTCU. And so those interest rates are kind of inching up just a little bit. So again, it's not like we're gonna write them off. We'll keep them in the mix and continue to diversify as we do other things.
Thank you.
Did you, Strange Lawrence, did you visit with, Mr. President?
I did not visit one person.
And you just, what was his reaction?
Well, I mean, we've had people go into the bank and remind them, hey,
Right.
we've asked for an RFP, please submit one. So they were upset
All
at
right.
the
I
process.
visited with them because I gotta make a call with them.
And it's, I mean, we asked more than once, to please submit.
To approve, moving our activity account to Bank of Cherokee County.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? Ms. Walker? Ms. Kaufman? Ms. Nemo?
Aye.
And I. Item J is to vote to approve or not approve the certificate of authority for Superintendent Leon Ashlock. And if he can't sign, Deanne Mashburn or Randy Underwood shall be designated as the local contact person. This is something we do every year, right? I'm having eye surgery on July 12th.
Do we
not
need it
put this in the
already?
paper. I
No,
cannot
I moved to
see
approve.
anything.
I'm just picking.
I
Okay,
know.
thank you for picking on me. All right, I have a motion. Do I have a second? All right, do I have any discussion? Does anybody want to read all of that?
Yeah, so we didn't.
Okay. Ms. Walker? Ms. Kaufman?
Aye.
Ms. Nemo?
Aye.
And I.
Only some of them. Some of them we have to read them over.
Well, this is a yearly
You
thing.
better have a journal that's making you over that possible.
I know, and you have to have the right time. Okay, moving on. K, discussion of vote to approve or not approve the designation of purchasing agents and receiving clerks for each of the school sites as follows.
Again, this is just routine yearly. Each department, we designate the people listed here, purchasing agents and receiving basically a consign for things that come in. So it's something we have to approve yearly.
I move to approve the designation of purchasing agents and receiving clerks. Following school sites.
Second.
Any discussion? Ms. Nemo?
Aye.
Ms. Kaufman? Ms. Walker? And I. Discussion of vote to approve activity account descriptions for the 21-22 school year.
Diane, is there anything you want to point out on this one or?
The main point is this is required by state regulations. And that each of those accounts is specific to what is in the statement. So they don't cross each other or cross over each other. That account remains all on its own. I mean, if it maintains itself for the high school choir account, that doesn't mean we go buy volleyballs for the volleyball. So that's the most important part of the activity accounts that you can do for us is that description, because then it gives us the guidelines that we can follow.
Have a motion, have a second, any discussion? Ms. Walker, Ms. Kaufman, Ms. Nemo, and I. Item M is discussion and vote to approve or not approve the following surplus. And I'll just read that all out, okay?
All of that. I'll vote to approve. The following surplus. I'll say,
Any discussion?
what do we do with all this stuff?
Some we sell, some we give away. Some of it ends up trash. And one if it's useful or has value. Something big, we just don't have it. Yeah, that's pretty much all. Most of it's outlived its usefulness with us. It takes up space if we can't give it.
Is that microwave for child nutrition, does it still work, Dana?
Barely.
Okay.
It takes like 10 minutes to cook a 1-minute thing.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Ms. Walker? Ms. Kaufman? Ms. Nemo? And I. Discussion about to approve or not approve the following bid quotes.
These quotes here, with the exception of one, are all technology related. One is not, so it's all stuff cleaning. Rita, we do that. That's very routine. The other one's internet filtering. Cool. The two big ones I just want to point out, the district phone system quote, the district server. Within the ESSER money, things that we've identified that we want to do. Our phone system is, you can't get parts for it. So when we have issues, it's just get to the point where they can't repair it. So we first entirely new district phone system, and then also the district server core. That's not something that's usually bonds or something. That's the only way that you can do projects like that. It's just so much money out of budget, so the ability to do that with that money. So those would be the two quotes as far as quotes you're approving.
Have a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve. It all the bids.
Have a second?
So, second.
Okay, any discussion? Ms. Nemo?
Aye.
Ms. Kaufman? Ms. Walker? And I. Item O is business items. It's the consent document to vote to approve or not approve the following.
Oh, we have a lot of contracts, pretty much all yearly contracts. It's everything in place with those institutions. Number two is where we approve the fundraiser categories. Approve individual fundraisers, you got to approve the overall categories. And then you just do a fundraiser as long as it falls in that category, allow them to do it. You can see there's a lot of categories there. Three is our trips. We have a band and music trip, and we have 2 out-of-state trips. They're both grant funded. And also under the 4, we're approving our district memberships and subscriptions. Those are all the organizations the district and our administrators belong to. Nothing new. They're all the same thing that we normally approve for.
Have a motion?
I move to approve the following. 1 through 4. Contracts and payments. Fundraisers. Trips. Trips and
Have a second? Any discussion? Ms. Walker? Ms. Kaufman, Ms. Nemo,
Aye.
and I.
And on this one, Trevor Soul, either you or whoever approves the motion, I'd like to have this one read.
Okay, no, it's okay. Anybody want to make the motion? Okay, thank you.
I move to approve the following language for the claims process for COVID-19 stipends previously awarded on April 13, 2021. The Board of Education recognizes the importance of recruiting and retaining employees during the 2021 school year. Due to the continued efforts of staff at all levels, the district was able to provide a full program of in-person and virtual learning to students and families. In recognition of the risk of personal health and the exceptional work to prioritize needs of students during the COVID-19 pandemic, a recommendation was made to the Board of Education for payment of a one-time, non-recurring COVID-19 stipend on item M, April 13, 2021.
What this is just, when we first had the idea to do the phone, wasn't really clear, and we thought it wasn't going to be allowed to take it directly out of the ESSER funds. So we were just going to pay it out of general fund and then use some of the ESSER funds to pay some of our normal general fund expenses, so it would all be a wash. Basically, they came back and said that you can directly pay it out of your ESSER funds. And just one of the things, you just need to clarify the language in there. So this is just, the money's already been paid, nothing's going to change as far as that goes, obviously. But this just allows on the coding end, everybody who does paperwork to, it's much cleaner and easier and less work on them. So that's why we wanted to go back and make this change. Doesn't change anything that we've done or going to do, except makes a few people's jobs a bit.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? Ms. Walker?
Aye.
Ms. Kaufman?
Aye.
Ms. Nemo?
Aye.
And I. Item O is discussion and vote to approve or not approve the schedule of encumbrances. Make motion. Okay. Sorry. You,
I move to approve the schedule. Second.
okay,
Thank you.
item Q, everybody. Q. Any discussion? Ms. Nemo.
Aye.
Ms. Kaufman.
Aye.
Ms. Walker. And I. Item R, motion to vote to approve or not approve personnel items.
I move to approve items R1 through 3 with the following employment. Alexandra Reed, Sequoia School Nurse. Brooke Billy, Greenwood Certified Teacher. Michelle Hilton, Heritage Certified Teacher. Marissa Pack, Heritage Certified Special Ed Teacher. Scarlett Bronson, TMS Special Care. Leslie Dodge, TMS Certified SPED Teacher. Joanna Hurt, THS PT Para. Connie Hauser, THS Science Teacher pending certification. Crystal Foley, THS Science Teacher. Tim Foley, THS Assistant Principal. April Costner, THS PT Para Sub. Clayton Matthews, THS SLE Para. And Jeffrey Bizzle, THS Certified Teacher Coach pending certification.
Where's Jeffrey Bizzle gonna teach?
History.
He's gonna be a wrestling coach, is that right?
Assistant.
Wrestling. Wrestler. Okay,
I'll second.
okay, any discussion?
That's still our science.
Yes,
Yes, I asked if that filled our science teacher.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
remember we had two requests. so.
Okay. Ms. Nemo?
Aye.
Ms. Kaufman?
Aye.
Ms. Walker? And I. Do we have any new business?
Still being.
I will point out, this will be Mrs. Blackcap's last board meeting. Been to a lot of them, so we'll miss her.
I will fix it.
It's working on it.
That's not true, I know it's everybody, I really will.
Thank you.
And
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Join us.
It's a pleasure.
Item T, motion and vote to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Discussion? Ms. Walker? Aye. Ms. Kaufman? Aye. Ms. Nemo?
All right.
And I.